talking with the father of hip-hop, the man that we call Kool Herc. We also here with my man Mark Skills. And, you know, Mark and you share similar backgrounds in terms of y'all go back and trace your roots to Jamaica. So he got some angles that he want to take on that so y'all can build, since y'all are countrymen.
Yo, Mr. Herc, it's an honor to be speaking to you, brother. Okay, first thing, one of the first myths I heard about you coming up was that when you first started to play, you was playing reggae. When you was playing in the park, whether you was playing in the rec room, what reggae records were you playing?
At the time, it wasn't, say, some little bit of U-Roy, a little bit of Bob, but it wasn't constant because I wasn't playing for a reggae artist. I'm playing for African American kids. They don't know nothing about the reggae, but my heritage, my background, I'm a Jamaican, so I never hide that. So when I want to hear some reggae music, I'm playing my reggae music because I'm going to come back to you in a few more minutes and give you what you want. And that's how I play my music. I got formats. So you're going to hear your music. And part of my format is giving people what they want. And along the way, I want to hear what I want to hear. You know, so I take time out to give you what's yours and respect me for, you know, giving me mine. So it was never me saying forcing reggae on people. I'm a Jamaican. I never hide it, never will. But I'm in Rome. I do what the Romans do. So, you know, and it wasn't about me drumming it. I'm a yaddy yaddy and all that. It wasn't about that.
Okay, so like back then though, well, I read somewhere that you were into Don Drummond of the Scatterlights.
That's my roots. Don Drummond's, U-Roy, Prince Buster, you know, guys called I King Stitches MC, you know, and the Big U. And there were many more, man. I mean, Bob Marley was a youth coming up. I was a baby. He was like a youth. There wasn't Bob Marley and the Wailers wasn't ringing bells then. It was Byron and the Dragonaires and a guy called Carlos Malcolm used to blow the horn, and I mean, big names, man. All them guys.
From the standpoint, y'all came over here from the Caribbean. And it seems like all the main people that really jumped off in various ways or contributed to really the elevation of hip-hop, they trace their roots, you know, somewhere either to Jamaica, somewhere in the island, somewhere, you know, whether it's you, Flash, I think Bam has some roots. And then...
I'm not in Jamaica. I'm not a Jamaican to be fashionable. I am a Jamaican. And now people want to jump on the bandwagon to call Jamaican now being, it's popular, don't want to be, it's fashionable now to be Jamaican.
Okay. Let's switch gears here. Now, okay, during the time that you and your crew were playing out, there were several sound systems. No. The sound systems, the Jamaican sound systems were very prevalent in the tri-state area. Were you aware of those crews? No. And did they play with you at all in the clubs?
No, never.
So African Love, Downbeat,
but never was in the in a space that they was at. Or no.
No way, no shape, form, or fashion. Okay.
One of the things I could tell you for a sound system is on the U.S. side. Okay. That's the Smith Brothers. Respect them. Soul Brothers from out of Brooklyn, Japan, Nell Gwynns, respect them.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if a Jamaican group. I know my Soul Brothers played Nell Gwynns at 42nd Street.
Okay.
And they had brothers like Plummer, LaBoya, Flowers, and the Disco Twins. And their boys was really into technology and big, heavy sound. With me, I was just a guy who liked to hear my sound good, clear for my audience. I was not a fanatic engineer or that. I'm basically power, mid-range, and high. These guys could go into Triumph and all that. I'm a buy-in person. And my thing is, I'm simulating a band. I want a band effect. And this is a guy, I patterned, hearing everything else. I heard my sound is a sound system that was patented for a guy named The Amazing Burt. He was a student from he's from the Bahamas and a student at Fordham University. And that grant money, he was able to buy he was able to tap into a new company called GLI. No, GLI company beside Mixer. They had speakers, the whole thing, mixer speakers that made that. And that was the best sound I've heard. And I said, that's the sound that I want. It's clear.
That's interesting that you said that you patterned yourself after a band, because a lot of cats out here, without even knowing about New York, they inadvertently said that they were patterning it. Like E40 says that when he was doing his music, he was like trying to do a band, but they traced that all the way back to funk. So is it that funk influence again that made you think of it in terms of trying to get a sound to emulate a band versus a lot of cats coming with a whole different take on it?
No. This system in the Executive Playhouse, he had 4 speakers folded. I just happened to just afford at the time 2 of them. Okay? And he had two 2300 Macintars. I only could afford 1. Okay? And he had 2 turntables. That's the top of the line turntable besides Technique. Technique would just come out the gate. So I've got me 2 Techniques 1100A. They don't make them no more. And a reverb. And their sound was...
So okay, that
it wasn't about. I didn't know about the funk carrier or nothing like that. I'm just hearing a sound system that could deliver the record. If you outside that door, you think, because this club used to have a band play there, and that band used to hit him like for $100 a man or $150 a man. So now here come a guy you could give $200 to. Hey, and then the sound system is powerful enough, you think it's a band in there. And that's how I look at it, and that's what I wanted. I was a guy, I'm so hot. This was the next thing I'm like, I'm playing with columns, and here it's like you driving a little Beetle Volkswagen, and here come a Ferrari,
So the deal is, first of all, talk about you naming the sound system, right? Because, a lot of people thought the Crew, and it was actually the name of the sound system. But also, man, you used to spark fear, and maybe you could talk about some of those battles or some of those people who, that actually played up or tried to play up against you and just went home with their feelings hurt.
It wasn't too long they went with the feelings hurt in Bronx River. That right there, we battled Pete. Pete was the Pete DJ Jones. We had it wasn't even a battle. It was just telling my audience what you think you're getting, and you try to disrespect it and all that. Let's see what the other side of the spectrum sound like.
Hold on a second.
DJ Jones.
Let's back up a second. When did you first come across Pete DJ Jones?
I think it's 75 or 76.
Okay, now Pete has told me personally that he was playing for the Midtown people.
Yeah, the bourgeoisies, the ones who graduated from the little house party. You grown now. You at your mama house. You putting on Pierre Cardin now. You in Holston. You into Jordache and Sassoon era. You know what I'm saying? You down there. You down there. The Frankie Crocker hang out at Nell Gwynn's or what you call the other place? There was a big spot. Leviticus. Yeah, that's they would play a record for an hour. When I would play 6-7 records within that hour.
Okay, so Pete was playing for that crowd, and you were playing at the Executive Playhouse, the Sparkle, the Hevelo, and the Twilight Zone. Could you describe those kinds of clubs?
Those clubs, I'm playing Roy Ayers. I'm playing James Brown. I'm playing Mandrill. I'm playing obscure stuff. Purely obscure stuff. I don't want none stuff. My stuff, I'm not patting my stuff off the radar. I'm being my own person.
But I'm talking about like inside of the clubs. Like, were these weren't discos, right?
My place I'm playing at, this is the man in the street, and the community.
So these were like community centers.
Some community centers, and the Twilight Zone was a club. It was a space, a club for entertainment. The Hevelo was a club. It was a bikers club. It was a bikers club called Soulsville. Then they named it, and why they named it Hevelo, called the man who owned the Parkside, his name was Bob Hevelo. So it's the man who I played for at the Hevelo that owned a club called the Soulsville, the biker club. This way the girl named Teacher, the young lady who made West Side Story, she came out of there. Teacher Rivera, that was his biggest pride and joy. Teacher Rivera used to perform here before she hit it in West Side Story.
Yo, this is Breakdown FM. Mark Skills, Davey D, talking with the father, the founder, the alpha, the omega, the creator, the prime motivator of hip-hop, Kool DJ Herc. Okay, when did you become aware of DJ Hollywood?
When I, later on when music was, people growing up now, okay, put it this way, you gotta mention 371. 371 is like Leviticus in the Bronx now. Okay? You put your clothes on, you're not 17 no more, you're moving on. Kool Herc's supposed to be a little kitty thing. You're graduating now, you're 18, you're getting your little feelings on, you know. You talk the 18-year-old girl getting confident for got 24 and stuff like that, you know. Hey, Herc is kitty. My thing, looking at it, is elementary. You pass through here, it's a passage. Okay, you can wear your sneakers here. So 371 was that club. I never went there. And I did go there, I was turned away because I'm coming to be myself. I got my jeans on, I got my AJ Lester knit on, I got a nice piece of chain around my neck. I'm not changing nothing for nobody. Okay? So that's how it was. And Hollywood was in there not as a DJ. Junebug was the DJ. Hollywood just a mouthpiece in there, and he had a few people that graduated from Kool Herc school and went to 371. The fans, they no name, that's the fans. They graduated over there, and Hollywood started this response thing. Not even say him started it, but that was his forte in there. Junebug used to catch it on time, and they used to say, Holly, and they got a few people that bring your wood. And they was that love, that's cool, it's alright, ain't mad at it. But he's not a DJ in my eyes at then. Now it's a performer, he's a DJ slash. He's DJing now, he's performing, he do his thing. But he had nothing to do with hip hop.